welcome back to Hold the Phone YouTube. Here are our NFL week number 5 early week leans. We appreciate each and every single one of you on the other side of this screen tuning back in to the #1 sports betting show here on YouTube on the platform because of the beautiful people tuning in, week out. I can't believe we're already staring down the barrel of week number 5. However, we need to take each week for granted. We're not going anywhere, neither are you. Loop, how are we feeling? It was a beautiful NFL week number 4. Now we need to parlay that in to week number 5. Like the video. If everyone who watched this video just clicked the sub button, the world would be a better place. Continue this ship sailing from sea to shining sea. How are we feeling?
Week 5, dude. You know, I don't like when the weeks go by too fast, and it's starting to feel like they are.
I know, it's bullshit.
You know,
I'm not happy about
5, that means we're almost, we're past the quarter mark.
I know, there's buys now.
Starting to actually see what teams are good, which teams suck.
Yep, the classic week-to-week league.
And I'll say, I think this maybe is the most important day of the week.
Yeah.
If you figure out what week 5 is going to look like, you paint a picture.
Yeah, because you can't wait until Saturday night rolls around or Friday rolls around. You need to start planting these seeds early all week. I lay in my bed Sunday night looking at these lines for the following week, and some things shocked me, some things surprised me. Let's dive head first into our first game.
Thursday Night Football. SoFi Stadium. In division. Niners at Rams. Plus 5.5.
Dude, I can't believe we have another in-division short week game. I looked at this spread last night as I closed my eyes. It was minus 3.5. Now it's minus 5.5. Moves up a few points. Luke, obviously we've seen the struggles now with Brock Purdy. But this is the classic McVay-Shanahan head-to-head. Which man is going to bring a bigger bag? Not too far of a trek down from San Fran, the Bay Area.
Stop and a skip. Down
to sunny South California. Fuck.
You all right?
No, I just almost passed out.
Yeah. You had a stroke.
Look. 5.5 points. This is sleazy. I love the things that I'm seeing out of the LA Rams. They fought hard. They get the backdoor cover. It was a sketchy, sleazy game. They almost should have technically lost that game, Luke.
Yep.
You see a 53-yard touchdown by Jonathan Taylor called back for holding from the same man who dropped a touchback with a long Mr. Mitchell touchdown.
Tough day at the office.
Tough day at the office. Gosh, Loop, if you had to bet this game right now, which side are you leaning on the spread?
For the only reason being, I feel like this is going to be a situation where everybody's going to be going one way and I'm going to have to go the other. I feel like
it's the Niners.
I feel like it's the Niners.
I feel like this is always a field goal coming down the line.
23-20.
Between these two teams. The Niners, kind of a little embarrassing of a loss in the comfort of their own home against a Jaguar team coming all the way across the country. Now a Rams team coming off a glorious win gets to stay at home. This is a great rivalry matchup. I think some of those pieces are gonna, they got to figure some things out over there in 49er land.
A lot of injuries.
Yeah, a lot of injuries.
Brock Purdy didn't look like himself last Sunday. Maybe he starts to, feel a little better, get the ball moving a little faster.
Yeah, Thursday night, early lean, Niners plus 5.5.
Yes. I think last time we saw these two teams play a primetime game, there was no touchdowns into the fourth quarter. It got real late.
Yeah.
We were watching right at this desk.
And do you remember the bad beat of the century when they trouted out the kicker?
Oh.
To cover the spread?
Down 10.
That was in L.A.
7.5.
Yeah, that was in L.A. with McVay. Going against the Niners. This is a weird, fluky history. Another short week. I guess I'll roll early week lean Niners plus 5.5.
Two teams coming off losses. The Browns 1-3, hosting the Vikings 2-2.
Over in London.
Browns getting 3.5.
I feel like this is fluke shit written all over it. Do the Minnesota Vikings even come home, or do they go from Dublin to London? Open up your eyes once again. Carson Wentz is on the television going against Mr. Joe Flacco. The Browns, it was the classic spot where they come off a massive emotional win. Then they have to go to the Motor City where the Lions did Lions things. And we know favorites overseas have just gone exactly way the Vegas has pointed it to. favorites were 36-14 straight up overseas on the money line. That was the Vikings -2.5. They end up losing that game last week to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now they're once again favorites. Are they going to lose back-to-back? Last week it kind of felt like Carson Wentz showed everyone he was Carson Wentz. People were believing in Kevin O'Connell being able to once again be able to weather the storm, weather the ship. I feel like here, once again, we're looking at a 36.5 over-under, which is insane.
Europeans love a low-scoring bout.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a barn burner, sleazy matchup. And I kind of like rolling with the savvy old vet getting a field goal and a half overseas.
Just can't stop thinking about the people on Sunday who went to the sports book and laid points with Carson Wentz over Aaron Rodgers.
Couldn't have been me.
Couldn't have been you. I wonder if it helps the Vikings that they get to stay over there. You know, a little home away from home for the week.
Yeah.
Back-to-back games over in Europe, 90-minute flight from Dublin to London.
Yeah.
I bet they're having a time over there. It sounds nice. You got all the boys overseas, a couple weeks.
Besides the one guy got jumped.
Yeah, not cool.
Backup quarterback.
Not cool.
Yeah, I think Browns +3.5 is where I would lean here.
I agree. I mean, over under 36. Unbelievable.
I feel like the defense for the Browns shows up in a really weird game like this.
Yeah, I feel like when the Browns can get into the mud, get to the quarterback, Carson Wentz.
This is like a dream scenario for Cleveland, I feel like.
All right, lean to the Browns too. I'm with you.
Browns +3.5.
Raiders +7 going to Indianapolis to play the Colts.
I think I lay the points here with the Colts just for one reason and one reason only. If the Colts get back into that form in which they were last week with, especially when they were at home. When we watched this team through 2 weeks of football with Shane Steichen in the comfort of their own home, there was no punter to touch the field.
Yeah.
I feel like that Raiders defense has continued to struggle.
Yep.
I feel like the O-line will be able to handle what causes trouble up front with the Oakland Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders. Look, the elephant in the room, Geno Smith does not protect the football.
No.
There is no ball security in
all.
that offense.
Not at
and
all.
if he's going to turn the ball over once again 2-3 times in this matchup, the Indianapolis Colts have an identity on the offensive side of the football right now that they will capitalize on those mistakes. And for that reason, at home, the running attack is unbelievable right now with Jonathan Taylor. It felt like that game when we were sweating the Rams -3.5 and the Rams on the money line. Every time Daniel Jones dropped back, he is making the right decision, whether if it's to Mr. Downs or Mr. Pittman or Mr. Tyler Warren. They have a thing really rolling where this is a bounce back spot after a game they really should have won.
Yep.
That final score of 7 points does not depict the outcome of that game. We watched all 60 minutes. I love the Colts here -7. The Raiders, it felt like their season was kind of on the line last week and they lose off of a blocked field goal. I feel like now put the nail in the coffin for Las Vegas.
Yeah, Raiders have given up 66 points their last 2 games. That's a lot.
And even when they get down in the red zone, Geno Smith is not getting the ball across the goal line.
My one worry is this is a teaser's dream for the Colts. I mean, who isn't going to take that? Colts in a money line parlay. Colts are going to be in teasers.
But I feel like I'm done kind of doubting the Colts.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah.
Like they looked good
Should've
against
beat
the Rams.
I mean, yeah.
They're
Fumbled 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, they're a
88,
very
94-yard touchdown, however long that was.
and their defense is good. I could already see them celebrating in the end zone after a couple of
It's
interceptions.
one of those teams when Daniel Jones drops back, you think good things are going to happen.
Especially, both sides of the football are in our favor, both offensively and defensively. Both matchups for the Indianapolis Colts. Early week lean, Colts -7.
2 teams who are humming on each side of the football. This matchup coming up right here.
This is the game of the week.
Game of the week.
This is Jackson Dart now taking on Spencer Rattler, 2 guys who are the talk of the town.
One guy who's 1-0 as a starter against one guy who's 0-10 as a starter.
Yeah. I feel like everyone, and I fucking hate to say this,
Yeah.
and I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this.
Got to take the Saints.
You got to take the Saints.
Got to take the Saints.
Everyone is going to be in the bandwagon of the New York Giants, and I feel like for that reason, They're now going down into New Orleans, and what's the worst that could happen? Going against a man who has fought tooth and nail, now 0-10 in his career as a quarterback, stepping under center in the National Football League. And I will feel very upset. However, it will be cool if the Giants win. You know, it's going to suck having the Saints ticket, as I know I will.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, everyone just saw the beat the Chargers. Who's not going to want to take them against the Saints?
And this spread is so sleazy. Now you can take them at an even line, even money. And look, if Jackson Dart goes down there and they're electric and Cam Scatterboo, I'm going to feel silly. It's going to suck. And if they get the job done and win, it's like, fuck, I could have been having a really fun Sunday. Instead, I'm grinding with the New Orleans Saints. But I feel like something has to give here. I feel like the Saints, they showed fight and life against a Buffalo Bills team up in Bills Mafia, which is not easy to do. They could have gone out there and lost by 70 like they did the week before. I feel like this is the spot for Spencer Rattler to see one go through the hoop. Week 1 at home, they knocked at the door against the Cardinals. Week 2 at home, they knocked at the door once again. I think now a third home game of the season. It's now or never for the Saints. Give me the Saints on the money line.
Going to BetMGM and laying a point with a guy who's 0-10 as a starter. Seems like an insane move, but it's so crazy just might work. And I dropped the C last night. Troy Aikman, 0-11 as a starter his rookie year. So there's hope for him yet.
Yep. Statistically, we're due.
You might go to the Hall of Fame. All right, next game, Cowboys.
That might end up being one of our favorite plays of the week.
Yeah,
the Saints,
for sure.
Which just sounds insane, but here we go. Luke, set the stage.
Cowboys at Jets. And the worst thing about this Cowboys-Packers tie is that for the rest of the year, every time I look at the standings for my sweet Packers, I'm going to have to see this stupid fucking dash at the end of their name.
Unbelievable. It's like it looks like a hockey record.
I'm already pissed.
Yep. Better than a loss, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Better than a loss.
Definitely better than a loss.
But it does look weird.
Not as good as it went.
I mean, we're filming this before Monday Night Football because we're in the weeds early in the week. However, Cowboys, Jets, this is a sleazy matchup. I wouldn't want to bet your money with this probably. We already saw the Cowboys after a game where they put up 1,000 yards and 1,000 points against the New York Giants, then go up to Soldier Field, a place that just was a very interesting, weird matchup that they're not really, it's an uncharacteristic place for the Dallas Cowboys, end up losing that game.
Yep.
I feel like last night, this team on America's Game of the Week, this was almost felt like their Super Bowl, the atmosphere, Jerry Jones, everything. This game meant more. This was the biggest game on their schedule, and they let it all out and let it all hang out. I was shocked. It felt like the Packers completely outplayed the Cowboys. Were going to manhandle the Cowboys. They dominated the first half, yet they go into the locker room down 3 to the Cowboys. It just, everything kept falling into the favor of the Cowboys, and they still couldn't walk away with a win or a loss. Such a weird feel to comprehend this matchup. Now we look ahead for NFL Week 5. My thought would be to take the Jets.
Yeah.
Because I did the same thing. We did the same thing after they put up all those points and all those yards.
And they went up. Fade them against the Bears.
And then we faded them against the Bears. This feels like we're looking at the same exact spot. Now they have to head on the road against a team who is battling and fighting. God forbid the Jets are 0-4 after their trip down to Miami.
Yep.
This is going to be a game where officially the season's on the line, because if you start 0-5, 0-4 is bad, 0-5 is even worse. Early week lean, give us the Jets plus 2.5.
I'll tell you what, I've seen a lot in sports gambling in my day. It took me a second to wrap my head around what was going on with a parlay that ended with the Packers, the Cowboys money line.
Yeah.
It was obvious that it was a push, but I was like, what? Is this right?
Yeah.
You know? Strange times.
Yeah.
All right. Big game.
Massive game. And Luke, you know just as much as I know that I take these games very seriously, and there is no bias. There is no bias. You know that. Because if I were to sit here and tell you either side of this, it's what I full-heartedly believe. If there's a bad spot, there's a bad spot with the Eagles. When there's a good spot and I feel good about it, Luke, I wouldn't tell you a lie right now. I have not predicted a single Eagles game incorrectly this season. Cowboys.
Rams is incorrect. Got lucky.
But it still hit.
I know. Wrong result.
But I'm just telling you.
I know.
Through 4 weeks of football,
I know.
I have not led astray with this football team. Undefeated with the Philadelphia Eagles on the spread this season. Week 1, Cowboys plus 8.5. They cover. Week 2, Eagles money line in Arrowhead. They win. Week 3, Eagles minus 3.5. They block the field goal. They go down and cover. Week 4, getting over the hump, beating their kryptonite, covering minus 3.5. They beat the Tampa Bay Bucks. Now I'm going to sit here and tell you I will be going 5-0 against the spread, betting this Philadelphia Eagles team. There's no team in the National Football League where I know better. I know the spot better. I know this team like the back of my fucking hand. I eat, sleep, and breathe these matchups for the Philadelphia Eagles, and I will sit here and tell you that the Eagles will 100% be covering minus 3.5 against the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, they look like a well-oiled machine. I mean, the fact that you don't have to complete a passing attempt in the second half and can still win a game by 8 in the National Football League is pretty amazing. Did get bailed out a couple times by the Bucs. That back door was wide open. I thought it was going to be backdoor Baker.
And I knew, and I told you that opportunity would be sitting at the table for Baker Mayfield.
Yeah,
but
you told me about the block kick for the touchdown, too. That was unbelievable.
No, Loop, don't do this bullshit, all right? I said that Baker will probably have the ball at the end of the game, but the probability it was due in our side. He couldn't just keep going. The Falcons game winner, Texans game winner, the week before game winner. Push had to come to shove. He wasn't going to have another game-winning drive, especially against a defense like the Philadelphia Eagles. It was at the table. They took it away. Eagles cover last week. I'm telling you right now, Loop, you know what's kind of funny? We're filming this before Monday Night Football, like I told you. This line, and I haven't had this thought yet this season on these early week leans, and it's taken to me right now to understand it. This line tells me right now that the Broncos are going to have a very dominant win against the Cincinnati Bengals tonight.
Yeah, I agree. I think this line is lower than I thought it would be. If you had had me guess, I think I would have guessed 5.5.
I'm starting to think that, dude. I'm starting to think that by looking at a Monday Night Football team's following week spread could maybe give you a little implication on how the game might go on Monday night.
Minus 210 Eagles at home against a 1-2 team seems insane to me.
But I think on a national primetime stage, if and when the
we
Broncos...
haven't seen Monday night,
I'm just saying, if the Broncos come out and look very dominant, this 3.5-point spread kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
And people are going to be, all of a sudden in the corner and in bed with taking a field goal
I'm
and a half.
I'm still surprised that the Eagles at home against the Broncos are laying the same amount of points that they just laid in Tampa Bay.
I 100% agree. Because Tampa's not an easy place to play. But I will say this. The reason why I feel confident about the Eagles in this minus 3.5 spot is because I don't think Bo Nix is suited. And, I don't think he's going to be able to have a game in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I don't think he is cut out for this game in Philadelphia. He has never played in Philadelphia. He has not seen this atmosphere yet at home for a team that is now 4-0. I don't think he's cut out for it. I smell turnovers in the water. I smell a lot of wasted possessions for the Denver Broncos. I think this could be belt to ass.
I will say this is about the time last season where things started to turn for Bo Nix. I wouldn't count him out just yet.
I know. But this is foreign waters for Bo Nix, and this could get ugly fast for Bo Nix in Philadelphia. That's why I feel confident in the Eagles.
All right, get to the next game. Can't listen to you blow yourself anymore. All right, Dolphins at Panthers. Dolphins laying 1.5.
Holy hell.
Next.
Dude.
Next. Panthers. Mike McDaniel fired 0-5.
Yeah, Panthers. I mean, they put up 30. They went 30-0 at home against the Falcons. Dolphins suck.
Yep.
I know it's a little different when you're playing an in-division rival at home like the Falcons, but the Dolphins on the road, God forbid they lose Monday night. I feel like no one even wants to put on the cleats at that point down in Miami. Everything has been lost in translation. Locker room lost. Players lost. like everything in between, lost, fan base lost, coaching lost. Early week lean with this game of the week, Dolphins, Panthers. I would lean Panthers.
Oof. This is a tricky one. And another weirdly low spread for me. I would have thought the Ravens would be favored by more, but I guess they are 1-3. Eventually, Vegas has got to stop giving them the love they think they deserve. Ravens -3.5 at home against the Texans. One of these teams is going to be 1-4.
I can't do it with the Houston Texans. No. I know it's a sketchy line, and I know the sharp side is going to be the Texans because people are going to be continuing to try to get their ass cheeks back who have been tailing the Baltimore Ravens. We were very lucky to have the Kansas City Chiefs in week 4. We are now going to flip to the other side, and I think I have to put trust and faith that the defensive side of the football doesn't nearly have to show out as much.
It's a good time to wake up against this offense.
Because CJ Stroud, I can't do it. I can't do it. He just frustrates me to no end.
Ever since he big broed Caleb Williams.
Yeah. Look, they had a walk in the park last week. It was all sunshine and rainbows. They get to play Cam Ward at home for a get-right spot, get their first win of the season. Cam Ward and the boys they couldn't do anything.
No, they're dead.
If we keep it a buck, we ass. That was the post-game conference. That's all that she wrote. I think this is going to be a hostile environment, and if Baltimore doesn't get the train on track, it's going to be massive problems.
In any world, can the Ravens be 1-4?
I think this spread's the way it is because the Houston Texans defense could give a little bit of fits because the offensive line.
Texans defense is good.
And the offensive line right now is kind of in a state of shambles. And on the other side of the football, the defense for the Ravens has not been able to stop a nosebleed.
Also, where's Lamar Jackson? What happened to him?
Yeah, true. I mean,
hamstring injury, but there was no doctors on the field. I don't know. That was weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, I guess I lean towards the Ravens too.
It almost felt like he quit. But yeah, I can't do it. I can't do CJ Stroud.
No.
Give me the Ravens. They're gonna win this game. I'll lay the 3.5 points early week lean.
Talk about being ass. How about getting 9.5 against the Cardinals?
The Cardinals shouldn't lay 9.5 to any team.
Brian Callahan, head coach, gives up his play calling duties. They come out and score 0.
Again, I don't know what to Loop. I don't know what to do because the Cardinals did.
This is gross. This is a gross game.
They haven't won a game by double digits this season, have they?
Cardinals?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
They played the Saints, who they beat, and the Panthers, who they beat. They didn't win either of those games by more than 10.
No, let me look. They beat the Panthers by 5. They beat the Saints by 7. I mean, all their games have been decided by 7 or less points.
You know how you said you wanted to take a break from the Titans?
Yeah.
We did that last week. We rolled with the Texans on the spread and on the money line in our parlay. This week, let's get back in bed with Tennessee.
I said 3-week break. It's only been 2.
Let's get back in bed with Tennessee. Give me the Titans plus 9.5.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to lay 10 with the Cardinals.
Yeah, and when a football team doesn't put up a point the week before, they have to be due. These are 53 grown professional athlete men. I think they're going to fight tooth and nail a little bit here. Cardinals, on the other hand, it's just still feels like there's no leadership. There's no anything.
What do you do after you give up play calling duties and then the guy puts up 0 points? Do you take him back?
You just hang out. I don't know. Brian Callahan and the Titans.
Maybe start calling him again yourself. Can't get any worse.
Give us early week lean Titans plus 9.5. I like it. I like it.
2 3-1 teams. I love this game.
Yeah.
2 teams in the NFC that looks like they could be playing in the playoffs.
I feel like this is a little Spider-Man meme where it's very same team.
Yep.
One's Pacific Northwest, one's down in Florida.
Feels like an NFC wild card playoff matchup.
Yeah.
The first game on Saturday at noon, 3 p.m.
I have my lean here, definitely, just looking at this game. This is definitely one of the games of the day. I love this game. Love this game.
I'm surprised. I'm a little surprised that I would have expected this to be under 3.
I agree.
Yeah.
How are you going to give a field goal and a half to a guy when he gets the ball at the end of the game, coming off a loss to the best team in the NFC? I know it's a tough spot flying across the country, but you're going to give 3.5 points to a dog like Baker Mayfield, to a team that could easily win this game?
Yeah.
Let's not forget, everyone loves to get in bed with this juice around the Seattle Seahawks. Let's not forget, this is a team who lost week 1 to a battered up 49ers team. I believe fully in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is an incredible game, incredible matchup. How do you not take a field goal and a half here with the Bucs?
Yeah, my advice would be take it now because I feel like that's going to go to 3, and I could even see it at 2.5, but maybe not. I like the Bucs too.
I love the Bucs here.
Yep.
I love the Bucs. Look, the Seahawks are getting the mini bye here. They're coming off. They love winning on the road. Mm-hmm. It's almost like this team is better on the road than they are at home. And we've also seen Baker absolutely fight on the road.
Always.
In Atlanta, he fought. In Houston, he fought. And now here we are in Seattle. This is going to be probably a high-scoring, barn burner of a matchup. And yeah, give us the Bucs.
Seahawks 1-1 at home. Beat the Saints. Lost to the Niners. 2-0 on the road.
Yeah.
All right. Lions -8.5 at Bengals. My lean is Bengals. I feel like the Lions, this is just maybe a game where they don't quite get rolling the way they've been rolling in Cincinnati. Weird AFC, NFC matchup. Bengals fighting for their lives, probably.
I'm probably going to disagree with you here and take the Lions because
things have been too good.
I know, I agree, but like when they lay these
Browns, and I knew I should have.
When they lay these numbers, they just cover.
Yeah.
I can't get in bed with a team who is rolling like this when they're going against a team with no defense.
Yeah.
You know? It's like this game could be a close game the entire time, but it just when, at the end of the day, I don't think the Bengals are going to be able to keep up with the Lions' firepower because of the defensive side of the ball. And this has been the issue with Cincinnati the last 2 seasons.
Lions at Chiefs after this, and then the Bucs. Maybe it's a little look-ahead trappy trap.
No good old college look ahead.
Yeah, I don't know.
I lean Lions -8.5. If you can't beat them, join them. They're incredible when they lay these big numbers against these shitty teams. It's a high total. They're going to be scoring points. But then again, who's not going to be betting the Lions?
Yeah.
It's the only thing.
This line tells me that Jaden Daniels is definitely playing.
Yep.
Because if it's not, it's insane.
I feel like Justin Herbert got kind of fucked up last week in MetLife. And
yeah, it does sound like Jaden Daniels is going to play.
And Luke, this line also tells me that Joe Alt is now not there.
Yeah.
And now there's no Rashad Slater, no Joe Alt. Offensive line in shambles. Can't really get the run game going that well. Omarion Hampton sees a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. I don't think that's going to be the same story this week. The Commanders have had to deal with no Jaden Daniels the last 2 weeks. Think he gets back in the lineup. Things start to move in the right direction. They've tried to weather the storm the best they could.
Yep.
Mariota finds a win at home, then finds a loss on the road. They fought. I bet this line gets to a field goal because people are going to have a bounce back spot at home for the Chargers. I like the Commanders here in a fast track at home in SoFi.
Yeah.
I think Jaden Daniels can sling it with the best of them. I don't know the status of Terry McLaurin, but
I think they're hoping he's going to be back too.
I think this is a high-scoring game. I think this is a great bout. I think we get Commanders +3 early week lean.
Yeah, 5. High ankle sprain for Joe Alt, expected to miss multiple weeks. Not easy without the bodyguard in front of you over there on the left.
Yeah, like that's a problem, dude.
Better than I maybe thought it was going to be. When Alt went down, it looked bad. Card out for a big guy like that.
Yeah,
you
scary.
always expect the worst.
Really scary. And then on the defensive side, the Chargers are still dealing with a lot of injuries. And that's not to say the Commanders' defense worries the hell out of me, too. I mean, they made Michael Penix get the train back on track last week.
Good game. It's going to be fun to watch.
It's an incredible game.
Right,
I always love the 4 o'clock slate.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like we always do well at the 4 o'clock slate.
This just feels like the classic spot. You're going to be ending your 6-leg parlay with the Bills money line. Bills kind of been in a weird spot lately. It just feels like they've kind of been playing with their food. They beat the Ravens, then it was the Jets, the Saints, and the Dolphins.
Yep.
And in all those games, they were pretty much in handle mode, but didn't cover either spread the last 2 weeks. Probably could have if they wanted, if they knew what it was. Trying to.
How about Drake May as like the highest passer rating in the NFL right now?
3 incompletions, 3 touchdowns last week, completing 76% of passes on the year.
That's literally incredible.
Looks like a guy.
I mean, that's a man who knows the offense and knows what's going on and is comfortable right now. And that's all that matters, honestly, in the NFL. And a guy in an in-division game getting a touchdown and a half.
Yep.
My early week lean would be to 100% sign me up for the Patriots plus 7.5. But I just know we love to get a seat at the table and get tucked in by Carrie Underwood. I don't know, dude. Imagine Sunday night, a little Pats plus 7.5.
Cares, man.
Pats money
I just feel like the
line.
Bills have been playing these games that haven't really had a big game feel, and now this is going to be Sunday night at home against a team who's buzzing in your division. They might want to put the foot on the throat. I'm a little worried. I think my lean's Bills.
Yeah, I agree. No, for the spread, though, I kind of like in-division game, Drake May, the defense of Mike Vrabel, getting the boys dialed and situated. Sometimes in these primetime games, we've seen it in the past, no matter how good the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen look, sometimes it just doesn't come out fully on track.
Yep.
Sometimes there's just something weird going on.
I know, I'm just almost a little worried about that. That they're gonna put it together and kill someone.
Like in the Dolphins game,
right.
It was just things were a little weird. I don't fully trust the Bills' defense.
I know, but they still end up winning that game by 10, and then the Saints too. They end up winning by 12. They're still ending up on the scoreboard with a pretty convincing win.
Yeah,
just short of the spread though both times.
All right, so that is every early week lean except Monday Night Football.
We got one more.
Yep, Monday night.
Great game.
Oh, dude, I don't even know it. What do we got?
Chiefs Jags. It's so good. Give me the Jags. 3-1 Jags. Getting 3.5 at home against the Big Bad Chiefs. Big Bad Chiefs are back. Everybody's back on the bandwagon now. They got Xavier Worthy back.
Chiefs win, Jags cover.
Yeah.
It's the classic.
24-21
Because
Chiefs.
How many times last year the Chiefs set a record of winning games by less than fucking 6 points, 4 points, 3 points? What'd they do? Win 8 straight games by 1 possession. This is going to be the classic sleaze, fluke shit wins on the forecast, blowing down in Jacksonville, and the Chiefs maybe drop down and fight back. We're looking at 10-7 halftime, not a lot of touchdowns, and all of a sudden, Mahomes kind of turns a corner.
Butker.
It's 14-13. Butker misses a kick. Cam Little's fucking throwing shit at the wall, hitting shit from 52. And it's just a weird, sleazy matchup. I've loved what I've seen out of ETN. Hopefully, a little Travis Hunter action. Brian Thomas Jr.
Where's he?
I know. Maybe he gets the train back on track. The Jags defense has fought. I had a really bad taste in my mouth after they dropped. It's crazy that this team should be 4-0.
Yeah.
They drop a game to Jake Browning where he throws 3 interceptions, yet 3 touchdowns. That's why at the end of the day, it's a week-to-week league. Early week lean, NFL week 5 would be Jags, Monday Night Football, plus 3.5. Though I do believe that the Chiefs win this game, but give me the Jags plus a field goal.
Yeah, I'm leaning Jags too, and I love this game. It's going to be a fun Monday night game. It's got all the feels.
Loop, let's give our 6-leg early parlay going for glory that right now, the way how we would feel as we close out the show, we can get the graphic away of Chiefs, Jags. Let's
I'm on it.
Let's wrap up this show with a 6-leg parlay of early week money line leans. We hit this parlay week number 4. Let's, our old friend Momentum. Let's roll that in. Uncle Mo into week number 5. Loop.
Colts. Eagles, I guess.
Eagles.
Because you're a homer.
Yep. Ravens. Cardinals? No, leave them out.
Seahawks, no. Lions? Chargers? No. Bills? Bills aren't going to lose.
How about the Bucks plus 3.5?
Sure.
So that's 5 legs. We need one more. Right now I have Colts, Eagles, Ravens, Bucks plus 3.5 Sunday night.
Saints.
I like the Saints.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
And then we can maybe flirt up that line with the Bucks.
Yeah.
Maybe take like a 4.5.
Sure.
How about that?
Love
All right, hold on. Let me regurgitate this to the people in the back.
Also, we got a deal for some Friday Beers merch.
Yeah.
Click on the link. We're going to put a link in the description. We got a flow code. Bet $10 at BetMGM. We send you 3 Friday Beers shirts in your mail to your house.
So our early week our early week 6 leg going for glory parlay, subject to change. However, right now I'm staring at $100 to bring home $1,200. Colts on the money line at home versus the Raiders. Ravens on the money line at home versus the Texans. Eagles on the money line at home versus the Broncos. Then the 4 o'clock slate. Oh no, we have still in the 10 o'clock, the 1 o'clock. Leg number 4, the Saints on the money line. The Bucks at +4.5 alternate spread. Then the Bills on the money line. I love that.
I like it too.
Fellas, we appreciate each and every single one of you on the other side of this show. We do not take for granted being able to sit and talk ball with the wonderful people. Drop a comment of your favorite play, your favorite money line, your favorite anything of NFL week number 5. Stay tuned later in the week for our Thursday night football show, our college football show, and our NFL Sunday best bet show. We're also going to be dropping an MLB postseason episode.
Bang.
As always, we'll see you on the other side.